What's good, fam? I know y'all seen what Kendrick just pulled off in Mexico City. Nah, don't scroll, cause what went down is some historic rap. Shh. And I gotta show you how he shut all the haters up in broad daylight. We talking about a performance that most of these so-called GOATs wouldn't even dream of doing. Drake fans, you gonna be big mad by the end of this, but if you want the actual facts, not that fluff you see on the timeline, then stick around because Kendrick just made every rapper in the game look real regular. For real, he didn't even gotta throw names out, but you know who he talking to. And wait till I tell y'all what Kendrick hinted at right on that stage, cause the future about to get wild. No cap, it's time for a reality check. So let's get straight into it. Kendrick Lamar just shut down Estadio GNP Seguros in Mexico City. I'm talking over 65,000 people deep, packed out, losing their minds for a dude who everybody kept saying, oh, he only sells because of Caesar, he ain't global. Bro, miss me with all that noise. This wasn't a festival crowd with people there for the vibes or for 6 other acts. This was just Kendrick and about 70,000 diehard fans. And let's be real, most mainstream rappers can't even fill up half a stadium in their own country, let alone go to Latin America and pull these numbers. And when you see clips of that crowd, shoulder to shoulder, folks chanting every word from DNA to all right, it hit different. You could feel that energy through the screen. And being real, I ain't seen a solo rap show go that crazy since Eminem at Wembley Stadium. But even then, Eminem needed names like Rihanna to boost. You feel me? Kendrick out here running solos after W. But hold up, rewind. Remember, last leg of the Grand National Tour, Kendrick was with SZA, and the trolls online were running with the corniest narratives. They only bought tickets for her. Kendrick can't tour solo. His hype done died down. You know how they do. Straight ill takes all day. But now, no SZA, no special guests, just Kendrick, and the only name on the bill that mattered, that crushed all that talk in one night, no debate left. Even the doubters had to sit down, shut up, and accept that Kendrick Lamar is built different. It's like he heard every one of them tweets and said, I bet, watch this, then put up historic numbers on the board. He not just winning, he making it look easy. You could really tell Kendrick was locked in for this one. And it ain't just about hopping on stage, dropping some bars, and going back to the green room. Nah, the work this man put in is on a different level. Folks don't peep the dedication. This dude running 6 miles at 6 a.m. just to stay sharp. Man was up at like 5 in the morning at the stadium, sound checking when half the city was still asleep. Ain't no teleprompter, no half-hearted rapping, just raw focus. I seen the clip, stadium all empty, sun not even up yet, and Kendrick just going over his verses. Real quiet, real disciplined. That's Kobe Bryant energy, that's Michael Jordan before Game 7, not some rapper just showing up because the label said so. He out here being the Kobe of rap, no exaggeration. These other dudes got their head in IG comments, chasing drama, trying to be the trending topic. Kendrick, nah, he talked to the people through the music. And when he on that stage, every word hits like a statement. If you want to know what work ethic is, look at Kendrick. That's a blueprint for everybody, not just artists. But real talk, once the show started, Kendrick did not waste nobody's time. The setlist, fire. He shook it up for this crowd too. Brought out N95, dropped Rich Spirit, then went back and made classics live again. When the N95 hit, whole crowd lost their minds. Dudes was jumping, phones in the air, singing every line. And peep this, he ain't even rock out with Love or All the Stars this time. Didn't need them. This man can take album tracks like Reincarnated or Count Me Out and turn them into anthems in a spot most rappers ain't never even toured. That's how you know your music really hit people. Every artist in the game want that, but who else really do it? Nobody right now. And stop acting like the crowd not wild for this. I saw folks losing control over DNA, all right, even King Kunta, just pure raw energy. When Kendrick is up there, you can just tell, ain't nobody checking their phone, looking half bored, or waiting for the next act. It's all eyes on him, from bar 1 to the last verse of the night. That's legendary status. You can't fake that kind of respect from the crowd. Now, before I break down what Kendrick kind of low-key said about future plans, yo, do your boy a solid and hit that subscribe button if you ain't already, and run the likes up. I know Drake stands probably rage clicking right now, but if you tired of the fake narratives and want the facts on what's really going down in hip-hop, this channel delivers every time. So don't be one of them L watchers that dips 5 minutes in, lock in, and let's keep it rolling, cause the next part of this is gonna make the Drake fans sweat even more. All right, let's dig a little deeper. Peep how Kendrick basically addresses his so-called rivals without ever naming them in a song or jumping into the social media circus. Like Drake out here pulling every stunt in the book, running his mouth about Kendrick's family, subbing people on IG, chasing for that attention, doing the most for streams. But Kendrick, silence. He steps on stage, gives the best show of the year, and lets the music do all the talking. That right there tells you who's secure with themselves, who's actually confident, and who's desperate for the headlines. When Not Like Us or Euphoria comes on, you feel the message. He don't gotta say a word. That's grown man tactics. That's chess, not checkers, and it's got the industry shook. You got Young Thug trying to throw shots, mentioning Kendrick's cousin, Baby King, then flopping with his own set. Bro, Thug couldn't keep 5 people awake at an Apple Music meeting. Meanwhile, Kendrick on stage with 70,000 hype fans hanging on his every word. It's not even a fair matchup, really. And yeah, you see everybody scrambling, trying to twist numbers or claim Kendrick ain't all that global. Well, clearly that was all cap, because this show just turned all those ill theories inside out. And we're going to talk about what Kendrick hinted at for the future. I promise you. What he said toward the end of the night got people speculating heavy. Don't go nowhere, that's next, and it's just getting better. As the lights started to fade out, Kendrick didn't just dip with some quick goodbye, he left the whole place buzzing off one simple line. Right when Gloria was winding down, Kendrick hit the crowd with that soft, "I'll be back." Now look, he not the kind of dude who just throws that out for hype, like, "Oh, I'll see y'all soon," and don't ever touch back down. Now, when Kendrick says he coming back, it means something bigger. Everybody know he move in silence. So if he telling the whole stadium that, you already know he plotting. Word around, maybe another tour, maybe an album drop sooner than we think. You know how Kendrick is? Not a peep for years, then boom, a masterpiece blowing up everybody's speakers and the numbers going through the roof. That's a chess move, not just empty talk. Drake and the rest of them, they gotta keep doing PR runs and TikTok ops. Kendrick just need one moment to set off waves in hip hop. But let's think about what that means for the bigger game. You see, Kendrick don't just tour and bounce. He expanding the map, unlocking new levels that most these mainstream rappers don't even try to touch. You see stats like this coming out of Latin America? Nah, that was all. He ain't global. He ain't got fans outside the States. Bro, that talk is so dead now. Dude went to a whole different continent, ran a sold-out stadium by himself, and got the rest of the industry watching their own steps now. If you got eyes, you see how that shakes up everything. Now the labels see there's a blueprint for doing it solo without leaning on pop acts or festival clout. That's changing the whole business, and all the suits and raps scrambling to keep up. Yo, peep how Kendrick's moving compared to everyone else, especially Drake. Drake out here, desperate for relevance. Always gotta rope somebody else in. He dropped that weak diss, gifted 100 bars for Kendrick, then turned around and tried to clown with subs and IG moves, chasing the next viral clip. Kendrick, he didn't even break sweat. He ain't playing to none of that bait. Instead, Kendrick dusted off his mic, showed up in a foreign country, owned the room, and set a new bar without ever having to say Drizzy's name. He won the whole beef just by doing what actual legends do. Silence the critics with sheer talent and presence. But wait, Kendrick ain't just silent for the sake of being mysterious. Nah, that's power. That's deliberate. He letting everybody else gas themselves up, get lost in petty drama while he focused on the long game. That's a level of discipline most rappers couldn't dream of. The fact he's dropping records like Not Like Us and Euphoria for 70,000 in a stadium, bro, you can't deny who running this. Fans singing that back bar for bar, knowing exactly who he's talking to, all while Kendrick keeping it player and classy, not messy. He never needed to tweet a single bar to address those so-called beefs. That alone make the message hit 10 times harder. Meanwhile, industry dudes dialing up blogs, leaking shots, or hiring ghostwriters to keep their name hot. Kendrick just letting the music do that heavy lifting. W for him, big L for the clout chasers. And you can see the influence already. Rappers watching Kendrick's plays, trying to copy that low-key magic. Even Tyler, the creator, had to drop a whole public break announcement after getting smoked by the tour grind. ASAP Rocky out here on social challenging Drake and calling his lawsuits clown stuff. It's like every major move in hip-hop this year been a reaction to Kendrick setting that pace. They might not admit it public, but the ripple effect mad obvious. Everybody in the game measuring themselves against him right now, whether it's show size, live energy, or cultural weight. It's not even close, if we being honest. Now, to switch it up for real, think about how Kendrick could have done it differently, but still better than the rest. He could have took the easy route, brought out 100 guests, played it safe with pop hits, or hopped on IG Live with a messy rant every time he caught smoke. He could have dropped a Rush Job album just for some chart points and fake hype, but nah, he opted for discipline, real preparation, keeping his hand close to his chest and letting every performance speak like a dissertation. That's why his brand feel bulletproof, why fans willing to fly countries just to be in that room for the real thing. Drake keep missing that for years. He always think louder equals better, but Kendrick proves quiet confidence wins every time. Here's what the rest of rap gotta learn, especially the new cats coming up. It ain't about how many collabs you buy or how viral your tweets get. It's not about manufacturing controversy, every album cycle, or staging beef for YouTube clips. You get remembered for the moments you create, the rooms you fill, the hearts you shake. Kendrick pulling up with just a mic, a story, and a crowd that want to listen. Every other so-called GOAT should be taking notes. Honestly, some of them probably are, just won't ever say it out loud. So when Kendrick stepped off that Mexico stage and left the world speculating, he basically closed the chapter on this wave of the rap game and started a new era. I know that sounds dramatic, but take a look around. Who else moves these numbers solo? Who else shutting up critics just by doing what he do best? No promo budget, no circus tricks, just real artistry. If you ever needed proof who's king right now, you just got it. And with him hinting at coming back, Next project, probably already in the vault. You might as well get ready for even more W's for Kendrick and a whole bunch more clown antics from the ones trying to keep up. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Smash that like button if you respect the hustle and real rap. Don't forget to subscribe if you're trying to stay tapped in on all the real moves minus the industry distractions. Sound off in the comments who you got next for Kendrick to run through and what you think he got coming. Appreciate y'all for kicking it with me. Let's keep the convo going, cause hip hop don't stop and neither do I. How you run L to the haters, we out.